We've all experienced something liminal. Somewhere that's just a little bit too familiar, too empty, too light, or too dark. In these spaces, you may feel disoriented, even to the point where you constantly feel as if someone is watching you. So, what does it mean to be liminal? Recently, eerie images have been appearing all over the internet, many of which are categorized as liminal spaces. This term comes from the Latin root limen, which means threshold. So, liminal spaces are transitional areas that exist between our past realities and what comes next. They've come to be known as lucidly familiar or otherwise disorienting spaces. You'll likely experience a sense of discomfort, déjà vu, or things may just feel a bit off. Liminal spaces are often places that are abandoned or that have lost their function. These locations represent ambiguity in the in-betweens of life. You may find yourself transported back to your childhood, and some even claim that these areas can bring memories of a past life to surface, or more eerily, memories of a past death. Of course, these are only theories, right? Not all of these areas are inherently creepy. As the roots of their name may imply, they can encourage new growth and development, as the departure of one state of being gives way to the birth of a new one. Large, vacant spaces are prime examples of liminality. Because of this, these places offer a more dreamlike state of being. Liminal dreaming is the short period of time where you are teetering on the edge of consciousness before falling asleep. You're not truly awake, nor have you truly entered subconsciousness. This state also occurs when you're just beginning to wake up, whether you're startled out of a nightmare or are peacefully greeted with the morning light. Likewise, liminal spaces are characterized by their extreme usage of dark and light mediums. Along with the absence of people, you may experience liminality when seeing a certain place outside of its normal context. This can be reminiscent of living in a kind of twilight zone. You may find yourself wandering a school after hours, exploring an empty parking garage, or a vacant airport. Many of these serve as transitional spaces themselves. Perhaps the most stark contrast between what we perceive as normal versus liminal is the lack of external stimuli present in liminal spaces. There are no students chattering, cars starting, or families frantically rushing to catch a flight. There are no alarms, conversations, or footsteps surrounding you. Rather, you're plunged into unnatural and unnerving silence. These areas often spark feelings of nostalgia, but can also serve as triggers for anxiety and realization. Due to the uncertainty and constant unease many feel in liminal spaces, they often seem creepy or paranormal. Since these areas, as transitional places, are generally intended to move one from point A to point B, what happens if there is no end in sight? What happens when areas that are usually vivacious and lively become barren and inescapable? The dreamlike state slips into more of a nightmare when there is no way out and no one around to help you find an exit. So, rather than transitioning from one place to another, you're trapped in a constant state of simple existence. Here, we wander the halls of a vacant movie theater after hours, aimlessly becoming lost in its maze-like patterns. Liminal spaces can also encompass a mental state, rather than a physical one, that mirrors these ideas of disorientation. You may find yourself stuck in your own head, and the human mind can be a truly eerie space in and of itself. But some still find comfort in the unknowing. Familiarity and isolation are appealing to many who want to utilize escapism, and return or skip forward to other aspects of existence. The absence of a true end can be reassuring, even when it comes to more existential topics like the potential existence of an afterlife.